Hey, what's up everybody? Alex here. I am so excited because I have made a decision to basically finish Theo's nursery today in a short amount of time. It's gonna be, I'm huffing and puffing. I'm also trying to do this within Theo's sleep windows because he sleeps for shorter amounts of time. But those who are new here, I'm Alex, my husband's Ricky, and we just adopted a newborn, Theo, who is now 4.5 months old. We've been filming and vlogging that experience. We talked about our adoption specifically in our last video. And for the last several months, I've been desiring and wanting to get the nursery together, which is something that, we didn't have time to do before Theo arrived because of the nature of our adoption. And it all happened way quicker than we thought it would and all of that. And so finally, if you are new here, I have an office in my home that, I'm standing in currently that we basically are converting to his bedroom / nursery. I've already done all the work to haul out most of the big things like my desk, my computer. All of that equipment is no longer in this room, which is a story all in itself because now we've had to be creative and make new space for those things. But I just finished building a couple of furniture pieces, including his crib and his dresser / changing station. And we have a couple of other things that need to be moved into this space before it's complete. But I'll give you a quick tour of what it looks like while it's empty, minus the dresser and the crib because that is already built and in this room. All right, so here's what it's looking like currently. So it's not super empty, but there are some things that are gonna fill in this space. So for one, we painted this room black years ago whenever I made this my office because I wanted it to be a black room. And obviously we have a white ceiling, some white molding and all of that. And the paint job isn't that great. I think we only had like one coat and I'm eventually go back in and do a whole nother coat, but it kind of gives a bit of a washed look and feel, but it is kind of sloppy. I'm not even going to hold you, but anyway, we'll do that later. This is the crib that I put together, and that is the changing table / dresser, one of his dressers. He has another dresser that's taller that I think is going to go in a closet. We do have a bookshelf here that is from the office that I used when this was my office. So I took my books off. I'm going to dust it, clean it off, and add Theo's books to it. We have a lamp back there. I need to add some of the smart bulbs to it. And then this is one of the closets here, which is full of junk currently, but we're thinking we're going to put the big dresser with most of his clothes in that closet. We have a small sofa / love seat here. It's got some junk on it because this is stuff that's actually the base to the rug. We have Ruggable, which I just washed the rug and I'll be putting that back down in here. That's our hallway. And then we have another closet, which is really a small closet that has some small shelves on it. So it's some additional storage. And then, we've got junk. I've been sweeping. I was doing some building in here, so there's dust and all of that. And then this piece right here is really a surprise for y'all, but it was a surprise for me too. It is basically a movie prop. So for those that don't know, I am a huge Star Wars fan, and Ricky is also a Star Wars fan. And we knew that we wanted to have sort of a Star Wars themed bedroom or nursery for Theo. Theo's gonna wake up in this room and feel like he is in a spaceship, essentially. I've also got some other lighting that I'm gonna use because this room is dark and y'all are probably like, why a baby in a black room? Like, that's so gloomy and depressing, but it's gonna be lit up. Don't worry about that. We don't have a lot of natural light. We have this one old boob light that's disgusting to me. Like I hate those lights. And we'll change that eventually. But in the meantime, we have this huge light panel. This prop is a light. And we also have some smart lights from Nanoleaf that we'll be adding. So if you're wondering, Theo is not sleeping in here just yet. He's been sleeping in our room in a bedside bassinet that we've had since we brought him home. And so the idea isn't that overnight or tomorrow he'll be spending the night in this room, but it is a place where we do want to be able to drop him off to take naps or to change him using our changing table and things like that. And then eventually we do need to start making him comfortable with being in this room, being in this space, and eventually sleeping in here overnight. overnight, but we just want to get it done. It's time because we have so much junk that needs to be in this room spread throughout the house, and that's not good. We've been tripping over things. It's kind of dangerous. It's like walking through a landmine. And on top of that, it's Christmas time. We got to pull out our Christmas decorations, and I promised Ricky we would not start decorating and pulling out all of our Christmas decor until we got all of Theo's nursery items up and put away or put in their proper place. And so yeah, it's just been a lot. It's hard to do whenever you have a baby and you're trying to fit things in, you know, during those sleep windows and all of that. And so, but today I'm determined. If you're new to our channel, please give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below what you think at the end when you see the finished product. All right, so one of the things that we wanted to do to add some type of character to the room besides black walls and the other Star Wars elements is add some wallpaper. And we have two designs here. They're both going to be space themed and look like the galaxy, but essentially we'll have an accent wall with wallpaper on one side. I don't know how long this actually takes to do, but this is something that I wanted to try to get up as well today, but I need to figure out which one I'm gonna go with. So one of them is more purely just stars and that's it. And the other one has actual planets on it. And I think I'm leaning more towards the stars. Yeah, this one is actually much prettier and I like the purple hues in it. I don't love the planets as much. So these were actually gifted to us by our designer friend, Leah. These are beautiful, but this one is especially beautiful. And we're so thankful to Leah for gifting these to us when we brought baby Theo home. So she will have left her mark on this room one way or another. But yeah, I think we're gonna go with this design. All right, so here's where we landed with wallpaper. So we're going with more of the kind of galactic galaxy look without the planets. We did put a poll up on Instagram and asked people to vote. And this was not the winning choice, but we chose to go with this one because it's already pre-pasted and the other one requires an adhesive and we don't have that. And so it's something that we should have looked into before. And it's my first time ever doing or dealing with wallpaper. So now we know. And if you didn't know, now it's, you know, that's something you need to look for. But so next up, I brought a table in here. I'm going to lay the wallpaper out on it because I have to apply some moisture to the back of it so that you can activate the adhesive. And I'm gonna do that on this table. I've got 4 panels that I have to work through, and then I'll show you a little bit of that process, but it is not peel and stick, which, you know, something else I didn't know about, but yeah. Alright, so guys, we are back and the nursery is done. Theo's room is officially finished. We have built all the things, painted wallpaper, added all the fixtures that we wanted, and it looks amazing. So this is you all's first look at Theo's room, and Ricky's gonna conduct the tour. So I'm gonna flip you guys around. You see he has a nameplate on his door. He also has a little Grogu sleeping door hanging thing here. I don't know what it's called. And excuse the door, I need to clean this up, but yeah, so here we go.
What's up, MTV? Welcome to our nursery.
Yes.
So this is the final product. Everything came together perfectly. I think even when we were trying to just envision it in our head, we weren't even expecting it to look as beautiful as it does. So let's just go like a full 360 around the room and show y'all some of the highlights that we're very, very proud about. So first and foremost, let's talk about this right here. So for the real ones that know, this is actually the interior of the Death Star for Star Wars. And Alex actually found this on Facebook Marketplace. An avid Star Wars fan was just collecting Star Wars things, and he was a very, very nice collector. Alex found him. I don't even know how he found him on Facebook Marketplace, but he did.
Got lucky.
And we were up there in North Georgia. Went down and picked it up, and it even came with lights and everything, and it changes colors too, so it fits the mood, whatever mood you're trying to do. So
you can dim it, you can change the brightness so it won't be as bright, but yeah, this is basically a movie prop. So
yeah,
when Theo's in his room, he's gonna think he is, you know, on a spaceship, essentially. Like, it looks really cool.
And the next step, we have our little R2-D2 here. So this is actually a popcorn maker, but you know, R2-D2 had to come in the nursery and everything, so he's hanging out, making sure Theo's gonna be safe while he's sleeping here. All right, so we got the crib. It's gonna eventually, when he grows out of it, this match will actually drop down, so he'll have more space and he won't be climbing about the crib like that. So
yeah, this is a 4-in-1 crib, so it will turn into a toddler crib when the time is right. But yeah, that's our crib, pretty standard.
And then y'all saw the wallpaper. We just went with the first, I believe this was the first option we did. So we went with the first option, and then we have the nano leaf lights that were previously, where were these? These were previously in the living room. So we put these up here, and of course we got Theo's name, so y'all know whose room it is when they come in.
Of course, all the lights in this room, like every single light in this room except the overhead light, changes color. So we just have them on like the warm daylight right now, but we'll show you what it looks like whenever we change the colors. It looks really cool.
Yeah, it's a total vibe. All right, so next to the crib, we have our dresser / changing table. We got 2 drawers down here for just the bibs, the diapers, the wipes and everything. Bath towels, miscellaneous supplies right here. We got our hatch changing table right here / scale. Our sound machine / light machine here.
So the sound machine nightlight thing is from Nanit.
Yep.
And the changing pad scale is from Hatch.
Yep. These, if y'all remember way back when, these are actually the lightsabers we picked up from Disney World. A lot of these are, actually, I think all of these are going to be from Disney World. So this is mine. Well, actually, Asajj Ventress's. This is, which one was this one? Ooh.
That is Darth Maul.
That is Darth Maul. And then this one is, what we got on here? Just like that. All right, so we got Asajj Ventress, Darth Maul, and then Vader up at the top. All right, and then we just got a dresser here. This dresser was actually in our downstairs guest room. We just hold some of his basic things in here, and then up top we have the Watchman. We got a Stormtrooper, we got the Mandalorian, then we got Darth Vader here watching over. On the back we have a Sonos sound bar. Over on the side here we have a IKEA sphere light, which actually changes colors as well, so that's pretty cool. And then we got a little Star Wars helmet.
This is a Star Wars Lego set that I put together a couple of years ago. And it's amazing how many things we have in here that we just already had. Down here we just have a playmat for tummy time, and we have a BB unit that we also made, Star Wars. It does move. I'll show you what it looks like with the remote controller in just a minute. But yeah, pretty cool toy to have. I'll talk about the rug in a minute.
And then over here we just have the shelf. We have Theo's books that'll slowly build up on this side right here. On the bottom we have a humidifier slash purifier. We also have another air purifier here. A couple of Funko Pops from Star Wars theme. Let me turn Ray around. What's she doing? Boom, there we go. So we got Ray, we got Lando, we got the Mandalorian, another Mandalorian.
So this is actually a Squishmallow that we found at a yard sale a couple weeks ago. This thing is $200 online, and we found it for 10 bucks. So very cool find.
And then on the wall we have a picture of Revenge of the Sith from Sandgrain Studio. So I have this blown up in my office at home, and then they gave us, not office at home, in my office at work. And so they gave me a little smaller one to put in, and we didn't really have a spot for it, but now we just added on to this one, and it's really cool. It came with its own frame, and it's like this nice little image of the big battle from Revenge of the Sith. If you know, you know. All right, so on this side we have a nano-leaf design over here. We have one more lightsaber. I think this was our very, very first lightsaber that we did. So we just got this up on the side.
This is the rug that we have in this room, which has always been in this room. This rug is actually a Mandalorian rug. So I don't know if you can tell, but the helmet is on here. And then if you look in the center of the rug, you'll see Grogu slash Baby Yoda there in the center.
So after what seems like months and months of just preparation, we have finally executed this nursery, and I am amazed about how it came together.
Looks really good, makes me very happy. I think this is what I would have loved to have whenever I was a baby slash little kid. And he may grow out of it. He may learn to never like these things, and we'll just adapt as time goes on, but you know, this really is exactly what we wanted. And I'm glad we had the time to dedicate to making it what we wanted. And it helps that we were able to collect so many different things over the years to also now share with Theo. So yeah, so one of the things that we don't have in this room yet is the camera. Theo's not sleeping in here right now unless we're in the room, and that's if we're like putting up his clothes or something. He's still in our bedroom, but we're gonna start making that transition soon. We do have cameras in our bedroom that we're gonna move into here because we're using smart cameras. We have two, one from Arlo, one from Aqara. And we stuck with that because we're trying to keep everything seamless in our Apple home, smart home ecosystem. So yeah, and it works wonders. You don't need to buy the $400 Nano cameras. You can work with those other cameras. It provides sound, detects motion, detects all the things. And so yeah, so that's like the one thing that's missing currently. So yeah, so that's actually gonna end this video off. Thank you guys. I hope you all enjoy it. Let us know what your favorite part of this nursery is.
We will catch you on the next video.
All right, peace.